everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I will be doing Tbr Take Down Round 2. What that means is I will be using different methods to come up with books to make my Tbr for the month. For obviously the next month is going to be May. If you weren't here for Tbr Take Down Round 1, I understand the video is down in the description down below, but in all honesty, I was a hot mess in that video because for a lot of reasons, so this one should hopefully go a lot smoother. So, first things first, let's cover the base rules. The base rules are that for book 1, I will be pulling out of a series jar. It's really my beloved Broken Peppermint mug. And then for the second book, we will be doing what's left on my overdrive. So my overdrive, my hoopla, there's not very many books left. The rules have changed with this. So I'm going to be recording this video me finishing my books for that month. So what's left on my overdrive will have, if it is empty, then I get to have a reward. So when I'm recording this, I still have 4 days left of the month. And so current status is I'm going to draw for my next book to read, and then on Friday I will update you guys on did I actually finish for the month. Then for book 3 we have a challenge cup. So my challenge cup is, I really just need to change up the names of these, but in here I have a whole bunch of challenges that I didn't come up with. I mean, there's some that I come up with, but most of them are off my Storygraph challenges that I decided to join that run from January to December. I got a couple months disadvantage, but anyways. And then for book 4, we will be doing we've been here before, meaning that I've previously borrowed this book, and how I'm going to do this is I'm going to open my overdrive and go to my history, have a generator pick which numbered page I'm going to be picking from, and then I will have the number generator pick another number for what book I'm going to go to. There will be some books that there will be at some points where I have to redo that. For book 5, we will be doing my Goodreads Tbr. So my Goodreads Tbr is a bunch of books that I have had listed for one to read for 4 years now, since 2017. I'm trying to read as many of these books as I can by the end of the year. So again, it is the same thing as with the overdrive. I will have a number generator pick a page number, then I will have it pick a book number, and we will see if I can get it, and there might have to do some re-rolls. And then there's the Layla box. So the Layla box is again full of a bunch of books that I have been listed on my hoopla for a few years now, and the Layla box is as it sounds. My cousin Layla loves this game, so she will be drawing 5 books every month. 5 is her random number that isn't 100 and isn't 10. That's going to take up most of my hoopla holds for the month. Now, the only other rule is that if I don't finish all of my books for that month, Layla gets to pick from the series jar, or from the challenge jar. That means I'll have 2 challenges to fill out that month. So, I hope that makes sense with the general rules out of the way. Let's start with my first book of May, which will be out of my series jar. There's not many left then. I mean, there's quite a few in here, but it doesn't feel like much. Okay. There are some in here that have releases coming out later this month, or later this year, so I'm going to have to redraw. Originally, I picked out Teen Titans, but this book won't be out, next book won't be out until September, so redo. I want to finish this series so bad. I got the Walking Dead comics from my series drawer. Now that's not going to be too hard because they're comics and they're easy to go through, so that makes me happy. Let's do, okay, what's left on my overdrive jar? So what am I going to read? What book am I gonna have to finish by the end of the month? And tell you guys that I read it or have I not read it. The bad thing is I think there's Queen of Air and Darkness is in here, and I currently don't have that book. But there's some scary ones in here, like A Feast of Crows, that is going to take me 13 hours of listening time to finish. I'm scared. Please be a book that I actually need to read by the end of the month. Okay. So I got, and focus. It's not. So I drew out Daughter of the Pirate King, which this makes me happy. This is going to be an easy book to finish, so yay. Go team on that. So that's what I have to read and update you guys on for Friday. Book 3, let's do my challenge cup. Which challenge do I do I need to finish by the end of May? A book set in a different country. Oh no. A book set in a different country. Okay, so if anybody wants to help me with this down in the comments, I would love that, because that's going to be difficult, because I kind of want to pick a book set in a different country that isn't the UK or, well, that isn't England or the United States, because I feel like a lot of my books take place in England or the United States. Ooh, I might end up reading Red Squirrels of Magic for this because it takes place in France, but if anybody still wants to comment down below a book set in a different country that isn't England or the United States, that would be great. Alright, book 4. We've been here before. Alright, let's do the max would be 15, the least, okay, 7, and then there's 9 books on each page, so we have to go to page 7, book 8. Alright, so the next book is my Goodreads Tbr. Let's see what the number generator has to say about that. Okay, so page count is 10. So we gotta go to page 9, number, how many on each page? 40? Number 22, so let's get up. So that didn't work, so that means we're gonna have to re-roll. Yay. Here we go again. Alright, so there we go for my series jar. So for We've Been Here Before, I ended up getting the Mindless Chase book 1 audiobook. For my Goodreads Tbr, I ended up with Harry Potter History of Magic. Now, let's be real, Layla has already drawn my 5 books that I'm going to read next month. I'm really happy with some of these and really nervous for one of these. So the one I'm nervous for is P.S. I Like You. This is a book that has been on my TBR for a while. I kind of added it on my TBR forever ago because I heard a lot about it when I joined BookTube, and quite a few of my books on my TBR are that, and I could just take it off and ignore it, but I thought for the sake of having a TBR game, it'd be fun. So there's that. And then for the next book is a graphic novel, which we have the Umbrella Academy Volume 1. I have no idea what most of these are about. I forgot to mention that. So the next one is a graphic novel, which is Umbrella Academy Volume 1. Another super easy one. We have Paper Girls, which is another graphic novel. Then we have City of Brass, which will be an audiobook, but I've heard a lot of good things about this book. Come on, focus. And then we have a series that I haven't touched in a really long time, so I'm nervous because I need to reread the first book. Like, I think I know what it's about, but I don't want to be wrong. So that's fun. And that book series would be a really poorly written piece of paper, so we won't look at it very long. A Wrinkle in Time. I want to read the first 2 books, if not all the books in May, because they're super short, so why not? And then my punishment for the month, which is a Marvel challenge, which is all fun, and this should be super easy considering Paper Girls, Umbrella Academy, Walking Dead, are all graphic novel comics. Should be pretty easy. So the challenge is Ant-Man. Read a book under 250 pages. Which I'm excited about. Alright, so that is my TBR for the month. So a quick rundown of what I'm going to be reading this month. So for my series jar, I will be reading the Walking Dead comics. For my what's left on my overdrive jar that I have to update you, there it is. For my book that I have to read for the end of the month, for the end of April, I have to get to Daughter of the Pirate King, which I'm not mad about. Then for my challenge cup, both punishment and one that I chose myself. So for the one that I chose myself, we have a book set in a different country. Any suggestions would be helpful. Then we have Ant-Man, a book under 250 pages. And City of Brass. Then we also have Layla box. We also have Umbrella Academy Volume 1. We have Paper Girls. And P.S. I Like You. For my Goodreads Tbr, we've been here before. I got stuck with Magnus Chase. And for my Goodreads Tbr, we ended up with Harry Potter History of Magic. So that is my TBR. I did decide to record this pre the end of the month, mainly because it would be a lot easier. I really honestly probably don't have to explain myself to you guys, but I just like to, I don't know. The reason I decided to film this backwards was because it's a lot easier to get a video pre-recorded and then I have it done so that way I can focus on reading, and so that's why I did this. But anyways, if you want to see, did I complete my April TBR? Did I read my one book I told you I had to read by the end of the month, Daughter of the Pirate King? Stay tuned until Friday. I just wanted to put a little note in here that I will be posting that video of my May wrap up on Saturday and not Friday, because I need Friday to do any last second read. Then that is when you will find out. But otherwise, I will talk to you guys later, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a great and wonderful day, and don't forget you're awesome.